State government lifts total curfew with some restrictions. Night curfew imposed in whole state from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. from August 8 to August 22nd. Manipur reports 736 COVID-19 cases and 10 deaths in last 24 hours. Total COVID positivity rate stands at 13.14%. Thangmaiband MLA Kumukcham Joy Kishan says arrangements are all made to take up legal actions against Yambem Laba for publishing baseless news at Kolkata-based Daily Statesman. India logged more than 43,000 COVID recoveries and above 39,000 new cases in last 24 hours. India's recovery rate stands at 97.39%. And Tokyo Olympics 2020 closing ceremony and men's freestyle, the 65th bronze medalist Vajrang Punia walks out bearing India's flag. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Prime Time, the English Bulletin, and I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM with you. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly, and maintain a safe distance from one another. Please remember that the fight against the COVID-19 is not over yet. Now the news in details. In a big relief to people of Manipur, especially daily wagers, state government lifted total curfew for 15 days with some restrictions from August 8 till August 27th. During these 15 days, there will be night curfew from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. State Chief Secretary, who is also the chairman of State Executive Committee, Dr. Rajesh Kumar, issued the order under Disaster Management 2005. Total curfew was lifted from Imphal West, Imphal East, Vishnupur, Thoubal, Kakching, Churachandpur and Chandel to balance with livelihood and economic activities. As to curb the pandemic, it has decided to adopt a micro-containment zones approach in line with the central government advisories. Government has instructed deputy commissioners to fully involve all the Grand Panchayat, village authorities, local clubs and others in ensuring micro-containment zones and isolation of new COVID-19 cases. Police and Health Department will strictly monitor containment zones. Fresh cases of COVID-19 infections shall be isolated as soon as possible. Health Department shall arrange a mobile medical team for regular health check and scaled up vaccination, contact tracing and testing. Retailers will be allowed to procure goods from the wholesale shops at Thangal Market and along Masjid Road on rotational basis. Unavoidable customary and religious rituals can be performed in open shades by restricting the number of invitees to 20 only.
COVID-19 na sohallaba Manipur ki district tareta satharakhiba full curfew du ngasi dagi numit 15 ni asi komthorokpa na maram oraga ko lambi da mi lakpagi sang asi leptano wangkhalaki matang asida pusilakpa yaibsi Manipur laingang na state asida koigi curfew thamakhiba asi covid ki ani suba wave na nongmada mioi sama muk narakpa matamda state asida koi curfew thamakhibani adubu Manipur laingang na khwaidagi COVID na sohallaba district taretagi full curfew lauthokhiba matamda Manipur da leiba COVID positive oibagi sang asi ngarang maktada mioi chatre dom COVID positive oiduna positive oibagi sang asi sada taramari gi sang da leiduna ko yamna wangna leikhiba asina maram oiraga Manipur laingang na hujik laukhalaiba anoba step asina state asida COVID laina license asi thangnanabagi damakta paikhaleiba thabak sida kyamuk yamna ko ithil pirakpage haiba dudi yengminaba tari Impact News ki damak camera person El Subas ka loina na mian da pokdom jari ba ai sai lamu so Imphal.
Thangmaiband MLA Kumukcham Joy Kishan said he joined Congress party as per his desire. He said that he did not take a bribe while joining Congress party and his house was never on mortgage. He challenged that if anyone ever provide him wrong, he will retire from politics. In a video release, MLA Joy Kishan appealed to those concerned not to spread hoax news which might blemish the image of politicians who are serving people. He asked to media houses and AMSU on their tag and actions towards misleading media persons. He added the state is full of issue despite its small size. He lauded the role of media for their unwavering duties. However, he expressed disappointment over misleading media persons who are working just for their personal benefits. MLA Joy Kishan said Yambem Laba has published some baseless news reports on him and Congress Party CLP leader with quotes on the Kolkata-based Delhi statesman. He added the CLP leader has advised him not to comment on the matter and not to step down to the level of Yambem Laba and talk on the matter. He said that he was compelled to clarify regarding the matter as the same topic was discussed on Manung Hutna program yesterday and many unwanted opinions were expressed on the same program which might mislead the public. MLA Joy Kishan termed the statement of Yambem Laba as untrue and asserted that he will fail to provide any proofs. The Thangmeiban MLA also said that Yambem Laba will have nowhere to hide if defamation suit is filed against him. He added earlier defamation suit was filed against Yambem Laba for publishing fake news on state chief minister, deputy chief minister and eminent state politician T.H. Chauba. He added arrangements are made to take up necessary legal actions against Yambem Laba.
I send you the zoo, Sham to local late. I often say anybody now, she'll be very salary confirmed with the Miagan. Solving by no woman. I use it and grow Nippon of Banana Mikai Tommy. I can buy a highly. Akoshe at that penny, less cannot talk the young as a bandana work that. Bantan me having a group Putokanga, Manapur, Putokanga. I emerged at the Raziti Potage. I cannot have the people coming on a below the Loroga. So I'm going to 50 crore defamation to Buni. I want the rickshaw auto to 50 crore Pare Congress has 100 crore defamation shares the Roxanu. I don't want to talk away, I don't want to keep on the leisure. When a man hired the law of company. Yes, don't get it in high assuming I don't know not a but talking get the housing now. A point later issues in not about anybody talk about them. I don't know that me on the allegation, Bishan Barbie on the image of unfounded news from me than by now. I felt of Seri, a summa Pabata, changing of Fokta, Maduro and a Toby, Sungani, other Masuku Masina, Miam, was any but my arms in share, Messi around and be the Porkan.
In a video release, MLA Joy Kishan termed statement of one Megha Chandra allegedly misinterpreting on the distribution of Nafsa rice to residents of Thangmeiban constituency as unfortunate. He added Megha Chandra was nowhere to be seen while people were suffering during pandemic and it is amusing that he is pretending to care for people only now.
July Tagi Nafsagi saying say, Kamai Tomna Piva Peter Bakari Ampi, where the Ishagi party in the government party is a party minister. It's a lot of Hungirizo. Time I will even Nafsaka orders is saying Conan Piva Peter Bra, quantity cap, as well as Kami. Man, I will assume one day our inacum this be enough. Chime, Aina, BJP state executive member, Oiba. Mamang candidate or Baba, Sri Jotin Waikuna, a kind of singing, but the queue the lap, a sing long lady. I photo issue, but my arms in a hang, I ask BCP Vice President Laga, light of a singing, the singing low lies here. I don't watch Marshall, people Jadaba, saying Jadaba, and Pigo, and Pigo. I do I'm darting around, she makes under enough from the same P. Haido. I don't think I don't remember to Tinsu Master Film Zada, and a color of saying the Pig, make us under Mong the pig, wishing pig, when I tabo or the issues of the Salaka, I get it low or loan and high view than a pogany. I take a look at from the Matanga, wishing number like a corporal regati, legal Latin, the local order, don't see, so I did.
Staffs of BB Paul Mental Development Home in Mongsangai in Imphal West appreciated and welcomed the decision of state government on upgrading the home into a full-fledged special school. The decision was taken during a state cabinet meeting led by Chief Minister Nongthombam Bireen yesterday. Speaking during an event held at BB Paul Mental Development Home premises today, Headmistress of the home, Takhelambam Anita, said BB Paul Mental Development Home was established on February 18th of 1990 for the betterment of differently abled individuals in the society. She added the home has been running without support from the government but with help extended from the public. However, the home, after turning into an aided school in March 28 of 2018, the home has been running with a major grant sanctioned by the BJP government. Anita said the home has 137 students, including boarders and day scholars. She added she also drew attention of relevant authorities towards looking into shortages of the home.
Sumba Manipur school amalay haibasi khangbi bagaloi na school asi ngarang cabinet minister sing amadi maroi na akogi minister na phatpi na akogi school asi ko phul rejet oina conversion to wibagi da makta haingai leitana thagat pa amadi tawimal khangba chari adubu ngasi akoi yamna chawtok na haijar bada ngasi gi BJP sarkar amadi sar biren haiba asi akoi leita laira awa ana amadi akoi sugum laba sothar basing bu hana chawkal han ba amadi makoi gi da makta phaba thabak tawk pa haiba wakhal onsina mangjin tharaga
Provider of MS Joymati Pharmaceutical Guwahati, Wahengbam Dinesh Chandra, today announced that he will contest in the upcoming general election of 2022 from Patsoi Assembly constituency. Speaking to media at his residence at Patsoi Part 2, Dinesh Chandra said that he is striving to contest on the Bharatiya Janata Party's ticket and expressed a firm belief that he will get party ticket. He added Patsoi Assembly constituency is deprived of infrastructures in various fields. He said that he resolved to contest elections to look into plights facing people, make proper road connectivity and avail safe drinking water to people. He highlighted the plights facing farmers due to lack of irrigation facilities.
Pandemic asina maram oiduna yamna koi daily wages to affected oirba matam asida youth sing asina ingonda su yama tapire thabak suning ai duga subam di leitabani na koi noma gi chara tam hadi noma gi suraga chajabai imung akoi dadi masina maram ora yamni effect hele masigi matang sita su ai youth sing asiga discuss tauna jaraga aina Masagi imung sing sida hojik suru makti ngamdabani na tangai padaba no mada changdaba yadaba koi food items sing haitare kharam khai joina mating di pangjai adubu masimang nadi oibe yadabani na mokhoina karigumba regular income amal lagna masimbi yu aina haibasigi matang na mayam so haibire.
Residents of the Waithau Funald village of Kairao constituency have decided to support local MLA L. Rameshwar in the upcoming general election. The decision was taken during a meeting held at community hall of Waithau Funald Maring today. Speaking to media, chairman of the Funald Maring Election Committee, A. Angfol, said the residents decided the same as a form of extending acknowledgement towards his developmental works.
Ekoi Waithau Funald sida community hall minister kaya adudagi MLA kaya ka rabasu masi losinba ngamdaduna handakta kariba MLA ekoi gi mingoina panjarabada Lauren Bom Rameshwar sina losindaba yade haduna magna
Chief Minister Nongthombam Bireen condoled the demise of late State Information Commissioner Dr. Soibam Ibocha. He was 63. Ibocha succumbed to COVID-19 today. In his condolence message, Nongthombam Bireen wrote, Ibocha joined Manipur Police in 1983 and retired as Inspector General in 2018. He was also the recipient of the President's Police Medal for Meritorious Service. Biren wrote he was Sahitya Academy Translation Awardee, State Kala Academy Award, State Literature Awardee, State Kala Academy Awardee, and other awards. Ibocha during his lifetimes also served as President of Rugby Football Manipur and Vice President of Rugby Federation of India. Nongthoma Biren further said the state has lost a gentleman, an academician and a sports enthusiast. It may be mentioned that Soibam Ibocha translated a former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's autobiography, Wings of Fire, titled The Kambi Maigi Mashashing. Manipur reported 736 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 5,597 samples tested in the last 24 hours. Today's COVID positivity rate stands at 13.14%. As per the latest report from State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room, today confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 104,324. 10 COVID patients died in the past 24 hours, rising the death toll to 1,650. All the necessary medical precautionary measures like containment and contact tracing are in place. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Galaxy Senior Secondary School, Sangai Airport Road, Imphal ki academic session 2021-2022 ki 11 science da ming chanba yaragani. Pandemic ki awaba sigi yanglaga admission free oigani. Admission ki last date na August taragani pani. Makha da pizariba contact number asida akupa marol khangbiyo.
Admission form Thajare, Manipur University Kanchipur Manaka Laiba Temple of Learning Degree College ki admission form Thajare. Professional course da BBA amasung BCA ne. General course da BA amasung BSc course ne. Loina na Temple of Learning Toll ki CBSE amasung atopa board ki pass rupa mahirusing yangnaga. Class 11 Science Arts amari Commerce ki mingjan form Thajare. Athubada mingchan bheu akupa marol college amasung school ki office ta ki khangbi biagan.
You are the future. School, a place where your future is carved. Exploring new ideas, spacious classrooms equipped with smart boards, well-stocked library, expression in art, educating young minds, even making stronger. This is where you start, cause it all begins with you. UNACO School, excellence in education.
Brajulal Institute of Sciences, Yeshkol Moirangkom admission open for class 11 science. For online registration, please visit the link v-school.in/admission/BIS Moirangkom. Free admission for the COVID pandemic. For offline admission, please visit the school office during 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more details, kindly contact 9366201278 or 98622765889, or you can also visit the office during 11 to 3 p.m.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime, the English Bulletin. India added 39,070 fresh COVID-19 cases, 43,910 recoveries and 491 deaths in the past 24 hours. As per the latest report of the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, there are 4,06,822 active cases of COVID-19 in the country. Total recovery cases have reached 3,10,99,771 and recovery rate stands at 97.39%, while death toll has reached 4,27,862. COVID-19 vaccine has been administered to more than 50 crore 68 lakh 10,000 people in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above the 20 crore 31 lakh 46,000 people. Above 43 lakh 3,000 people have died and recoveries are above 18 crore 24 lakh 99,000. United States of America has the highest active cases of above 60 lakh 34,000 in the world, followed by Brazil and India. Chief Medical Officer of Imphal East, L. Indira, termed the Secretary of Chinku Village Authority in the Kundrakpom constituency, case Ibomcha, saying that CMO Imphal East should held responsible for present COVID-19 situation in the village through media as unfortunate. Speaking to media today, Indira said that allegations on her regarding one COVID patient, namely Gina Rose Koijam of Chinku village by Wand Ibomcha, is baseless. She added such behavior demoralized health department officials. Further, Indira clarified to media persons that when the COVID patient, Gina, was taken to the COVID care center at Bal Bhavan in Kumalampak, she started to create a scene by screaming and crying, to which staff at the center informed to send her back to home. Indira said after having telephonic conversation with a member of a Chinku club, Gina was sent home and she even gave a written consent to follow COVID-19 protocols during home isolation period.
Ambulance na magi yumdura punga mapungkai mahena lerangani numitu da driver Robin mana su pau pire madam mai umgi mina su ma di home isolation to bolo sela kada le numini ni khapchang ai sela aduna ma se home isolation da dum leirege na haire sidai da aina club ki mi sing du da le kai hi chal chi nga tani ma se home isolation mena pa huninde haira ga su ma bu themo aduga apai gi gari du da ukhan halo enu da magi bet apaina tha ga thamagani haidana simai taw na pau phawna thibani adugu ilai na hekta direct hekta siamo na daita logadamni habigi wa khansa simadi na kenjade.
Facebook group Aikoigi Facebook Surgi Tantha drew attention of state government to extend help to differently abled persons who are unable to sustain their lives on their own in view of the prevailing grim situation of COVID-19 pandemic in the state. It may be mentioned that the group has been helping differently abled persons since October 2020. The group extended edible items to one Maishnam Torcho, a differently abled person from the Kamong Maishnam Laikai in the Konthaujam constituency today. Group members visited Torcho's residence and provided the aid. Torcho has become immobile after he had a BP stroke around 10 years ago. Aikogi Facebook Shurgi Tantha also appealed to all concerned to help differently abled persons who have not received help from the government.
Mamadi ineda hangjarbu matamda paliba sarkar asina ngasi phawbuda karigumba matagi mateng phangdri sarkarna miyeng sangbiduna sigumba kudong sadraba imung leibasing asi mateng pibiu kudong saba pibiu haiduna tapil tawjage.
Joint non-government voluntary organization Kapching want to launch intense agitation if state government fail to provide sufficient urea fertilizers to farmers within a couple of days. Speaking to media, President of JNG VO Khetrimayum Biren said the farmers are disappointed over government not providing fertilizers to farmers when the time for spraying fertilizers on crops are about to end. He also said that the farmers are yet to get fertilizers despite claimed by government that the state has no shortage of fertilizers. He added farmers have not faced urea fertilizer shortage issues even during the time of economic blockade in the state. He said relevant department has already collected land documents and Aadhaar card from farmers on the pretext of providing fertilizers. He also added that local farmers are worried that their labor and money they put in on cultivation will go wasted due to scarcity of the fertilizers.
Haujoji Praja Singna hard Pangavagi Haha Naga, Warum Matam Sarkana to Minalaga, hard Piri Harga Praja Kutadi Hondaba, Asuma Togo, Mayamasina, Praja Sing the Pelektabagi Praja Sing, Kushon over the Masana Society, we have a people the Lacadora, say you couldn't get Pata Kumjeli, say you couldn't Adar Kumjeli, say Yamada, Hardaka, Asuko have said, Gomen Kambirabani, Kambi Kamina and Nasibon Sarkana hard Pibidana. pata mu pijilu adhar mu pijilu adu sum to adagi har la iga laktega asina parja sin khoi chong na bagi ten salam lakpadagi ngasi di nongmantra ga nongmadi ngasi hayeng sida covid leina gi asuk chireba tanja sira parja sing je khoi chong na badagi covid ki leina si kauthoga lau pandaba yate haibagi wakhalonda bipum khudimok che nongmantra merik pidik mijaw bi horkani.
Securities has tightened ahead of Independence Day. Manipur police continue search operation and house-to-house verification drive at various areas of Imphal city today. As part of the preventive measures, Imphal East District Police Team, Commando Unit, Porampad Police and women personnel under the supervision of SP Imphal East carried out house-to-house verification drive at the Mahabali area. Each and every family members of the 50 households of the areas were verified during the drive. Imphal West Police team, including District Commando, the SP, OC and Imphal Police Station OC under the supervision of District SP conducted house-to-house verification drive at Kaisamthong Ilangom Laikai. No one was arrested during the drive. Personnel of Lumfield Police Station arrested one man for stealing solar power equipment from the BSNL office godown located at Lumfield Park in Imphal West last night at around 9. The arrested person is 19-year-old Takhilamlon Venest, son of Ati Baleshwar from the Kurai Kongpal Laishram Laikai. It may be mentioned that earlier 5 persons were arrested by Lumfield police team for stealing various items from the same godown. A case has been registered at Lumfield police station for further investigation. Closing ceremony of Tokyo Olympics 2020 ended, which commenced this evening at the Olympic Stadium in the capital of Japan, Tokyo. International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach and Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga took part in the ceremony. At the closing ceremony, men's freestyle 65 kg bronze medalist Bajrang Punia was the flag bearers for Indian contingent, leading fellow athletes in the parade. Altogether, 205 countries participated in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics that kicks off on July 23. The closing ceremony highlighted orchestral performance, display of the beautiful luminous colors swirling together in the sky above the stadium, forming the Olympic ring, a timeless symbol of unity. Another main highlight was all-female Japanese musical theater group Takarazuka performing the national anthem of Japan, Kimigayo. It may be mentioned that India won a total of 7 medals comprising 1 gold, 2 silver and 4 bronze medals, doing better than the previous wins of 6 medals in the London Olympic Games 2012. India this time stood at the 48th rank. United States of America leads the medal tally with 39 gold medals, China at the 2nd spot with 38 gold medals, while Japan at the 3rd place by winning 27 gold, and Great Britain took the 4th place by winning 22 gold medals in the Tokyo Olympics. Paris will host the next Olympics in 2024. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. State government lifts total curfew with some restrictions. Night curfew imposed in whole state from the 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. from August 8 to August 22nd. Manipur reports 736 COVID-19 cases and 10 deaths in last 24 hours. Total COVID positivity rate stands at 13.14%. Thangmaiban MLA Kumukcham Joy Kishan says arrangements are all made to take up legal actions against Yambin Laba for publishing baseless news at Kolkata-based Daily Statesman. India logs more than 43,000 COVID recoveries and above 39,000 new cases in last 24 hours. India's recovery rate stands at 97.39%. And Tokyo Olympics 2020 closing ceremony ends. Men's freestyle 65 kg bronze medalist Bajrang Punia walks out bearing India's flag. Thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime, the Manipur Bulletin, which will be presented by our anchor, Mr. Ukram Samendro. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening and always stay safe.
I was like them, running away to big cities. Big cities can be rewarding, but unforgiving. And so